And now, making his entrance to the ring, the defending world champion, Oleksandr.
The defending world champion, Tyson Fury, made his entrance to the ring amidst a charged atmosphere. The sound of the crowd grew louder as the electrifying beats of his entrance music played, setting the stage for what would become a historic encounter. This was no ordinary fight. It was the highly anticipated Unified World Heavyweight Championship bout between Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, a match that many believed would define the future of the heavyweight division. In their first encounter back in May, Tyson Fury had displayed moments of complacency and overconfidence, leading to lapses in focus during crucial moments. He admitted afterward that he had been too relaxed, too showy in the ring, focusing on entertaining rather than on his strategy. Fury acknowledged that these flaws had cost him the dominance he could have shown, especially as he had been ahead in the scorecards at one point. Usyk, ever the disciplined and skilled fighter, capitalized on those mistakes and ultimately won the fight, which left many questioning Fury's true potential at the top of the heavyweight division. I think the adjustments I need to make are less complacency, a little more focus, and less clowning, Fury remarked, reflecting on the lessons learned from their first fight. He emphasized that he would enter the ring with a more serious mindset this time around, determined not to repeat the same mistakes. But despite these self-assessments, Tyson Fury was resolute in his belief that he was still the best. The Gypsy King was not only preparing to defend his titles, but also to redeem himself and prove that he was the best heavyweight in the world. Fury's corner had been chaotic in their last fight, with his father, John Fury, clashing with other members of his coaching team. This disorganization contributed to Fury losing control of the fight in the latter rounds. However, with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity, Fury had worked diligently with his team to ensure that they were on the same page heading into this rematch. Tyson Fury was quick to make his entrance to the ring, striding confidently with his trademark swagger, wearing his British attire. The Gypsy King waved to the crowd, acknowledging his supporters as his entourage, including his trainer Sugar Hill Stewart and promoter Frank Warren, flanked him. He looked every bit the champion, his presence exuding confidence and determination. The atmosphere inside the Riyadh Arena was electric as fans from both sides cheered and chanted for their respective fighters. Oleksandr Usyk, the Ukrainian challenger, entered next to the resounding tones of the Ukrainian national anthem. Usyk, dressed in his iconic blue and yellow gear, entered with calm focus, his gaze locked on the task ahead. His team, including trainer Anatoly Lomachenko and promoter Alexander Kruk, provided a sense of steadiness and purpose. Usyk's quiet intensity stood in stark contrast to Fury's boisterous energy. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as the two fighters made their way to the ring. The bell rang to signal the start of the fight, and the energy in the arena was palpable. Fury, as the larger man, sought to use his size and reach advantage, while Usyk, known for his speed and technical prowess, moved fluidly around the ring, landing quick jabs and avoiding Fury's heavier punches. The opening rounds were a chess match, each fighter testing the other, looking for weaknesses. Usyk, moving with impressive footwork, was able to evade most of Fury's attacks, landing his jabs cleanly and maintaining a disciplined approach. Fury, however, had a plan of his own. He began using his size and strength to bully Usyk towards the ropes, landing solid shots that forced the Ukrainian to cover up. As the fight progressed, Fury started taking more risks, utilizing his power and imposing his will on the smaller fighter. But Usyk remained unflappable, his defensive skills allowing him to weather the storm while looking for opportunities to strike back. In the third round, Fury began to assert his dominance more, landing several heavy blows that made Usyk stumble back. The crowd roared as Fury's punches landed with authority, but Usyk showed incredible resilience, countering with fast combinations and keeping Fury from fully capitalizing on his size advantage. The back and forth continued as both fighters showcased their respective strengths, Fury with his brute force, Usyk with his technical skill and quickness. As the middle rounds wore on, Fury seemed to take control. He continued using his jab to keep Usyk at bay, mixing in heavy shots that seemed to wear on the Ukrainian stamina. Usyk's corners urged him to stay aggressive and continue to use his footwork to avoid Fury's heavy hits. Meanwhile, Fury's corner encouraged him to press the attack, to rely on his physicality, and to wear Usyk down. Fury's jab became more consistent, and his punches were starting to take a toll on Usyk, who began to show signs of slowing down. In the 6th round, Fury landed a devastating blow that sent Usyk crashing to the canvas. The crowd erupted as Usyk struggled to recover, but he managed to rise to his feet, showing the heart of a champion. It was clear that the fight was taking a toll on both men, but Fury's power seemed to be the decisive factor. Usyk's corner was visibly concerned as their fighter struggled to regain his composure, urging him to remain focused and avoid Fury's power shots. As the rounds progressed, Usyk attempted to rally, trying to regain his earlier rhythm, but Fury's size and strength proved to be insurmountable. By the 7th and 8th rounds, Fury's punches were landing with increasing frequency, and Usyk's defensive abilities were slowly diminishing. His speed, once his greatest asset, was no longer enough to keep Fury at bay. Fury continued to use his jab, keeping Usyk at a distance, while landing crushing blows when the opportunity arose. By the 10th round, the end seemed imminent. Usyk was visibly exhausted, his movements slowing down as Fury's power and constant pressure took their toll. The crowd held its breath as Fury, sensing that the fight was slipping away from his opponent, pushed the pace, landing another series of heavy punches. Usyk, showing incredible heart, fought through the pain, but it was clear that he had little left to offer. Then, in the final moments, Fury landed a crushing blow that sent Usyk crashing to the canvas once again. The referee began the count, but Usyk, struggling to regain his feet, could not rise before the count of 10. Fury's victory was secured, and the arena exploded in cheers as the British champion stood tall, arms raised in triumph. In the post-fight interview, Fury was overcome with emotion. "I'm the greatest heavyweight of all time," he declared, his voice shaking with excitement. "I've beaten the best, and I've proven my doubters wrong." His promoter, Frank Warren, was equally ecstatic. "Tyson was brilliant tonight," Warren said. "He used his jab to keep Usyk at bay, and his size and strength were too much for him." Usyk, gracious in defeat, acknowledged Fury's superiority. "Tyson Fury is a great champion," Usyk said. "He's big, he's strong, and he's skilled. I gave it my all, but it wasn't enough tonight." Despite the loss, Usyk's performance was still something to be proud of. His promoter, Oleksandr Kruk, praised Usyk for his efforts. "He gave Fury a run for his money," Kruk said. "He proved that he is one of the best heavyweights in the world." With the win, Tyson Fury cemented his legacy as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The victory marked his 35th professional win and set up future mega fights, including a potential showdown with fellow heavyweight contender Daniel Dubois. As for Usyk, the loss marked his first professional defeat, but his resilience and heart earned him the respect of fans and fighters alike. The fight was a testament to the heart and skill of both fighters, but in the end, it was Tyson Fury's size, strength, and experience that made the difference. The Gypsy King proved once again that he is the king of the heavyweight division,